We're talking about these filthy traitors from Yorkshire and from the Black Country who are British born and bred and are going over and fighting our boys. What do you make of that? Oh, it's Rodri, by the way. Rodri Williams and Quinny. That'd be an excellent show at 4, don't miss it. What do you make of that? Pick up the phone and give us a call. Jay's not happy in Southwark in London. Thinks I'm spreading hate. He joins us now. Hi, Jay.
Hello, John.
What do you want to say?
Hi, John. A lot of the time, a lot of the points that you raise, I do agree with. But with this whole argument, I think that you're entering into dangerous territory because there's going to be so many people that listen to your show and then go on throughout their day and interact with different Muslims. And I mean, it's almost inevitable that it's going to end in some sort of aggressive kind of behavior. Why? Well, you just have to look at some of the callers that you've taken today. Like the guy that said that it's a breeding ground, that the whole family should be eradicated right throughout.
Well, did I or did I not tell him that was ridiculous? Did I or did I not say to people who said we should deport the whole family? How can you deport people who are born here?
Yeah.
Did I not make those points?
You did make that point, but then you go on to spread exactly the same sentiment that bred that point in the first place.
Well, the sentiment that somebody who thinks it's a good idea to be British born and bred and to go to Pakistan, then to Afghanistan and shoot our lads, that those people should be arrested for treason. They should hang. I don't think that's spreading nastiness against Muslims. That's against terrorists. I don't know if you're a Muslim, but if you are, surely you just feel like me that what we actually need to do is clamp down on these people. This is a ridiculous situation that people are coming in and out of our great country and then trying to kill our brave boys.
No, I'm a patriot. I'm a proud Black Brit. Okay, and one of the reasons that I can sympathise with it is from the receiving end of media demonisation.
What does that mean? What's media demonisation mean?
When you take an isolated issue, although it is a problem that affects a much larger issue, it is still, at the end of the day, an isolated issue.
It's not isolated at all. According to Patrick Mercer, we had on earlier, he reckons there's loads of these kids who are coming in and out of the country. That's not isolated. And it wasn't isolated when 52 people got slaughtered on the London transport system. It wasn't isolated on 21/7, but for the bungling morons who tried to plant those bombs, other people would have been slaughtered. I'm sorry, mate, we're at war with an enemy within. That enemy isn't Muslim. That enemy is Muslim extremists, and you're not going to shut me up about it. We should clamp down on these people, and I'm suggesting that any guy who wants to go to Pakistan from that background would have to fill out a form and have to be interviewed. What's wrong with that?
How many good Muslims do you know personally, John?
How many good Muslims do I know personally? I know several Muslims. I used to work with quite a lot when I was on the other radio. Let me finish. Quite a lot of them.
How do you feel personally if you were living in a country where you only make up maybe 3% of the population?
Well, I think the way I'd feel about it is this. Hang on, you asked a question. Do you want me to give you the answer? I know quite a few Muslims, but I don't like playing the I know black guys, I know gay people, da-da-da-da-da. But anyway, I would imagine my friends who are Muslim, if they were stopped because they were going to Pakistan, they wouldn't have a problem with it, because they're not filthy terrorists. It is a small minority. Hold on, but we have to target, just like my Irish friends, when they used to come in and out of Belfast to Birmingham in the 70s and 80s. Yes, it was inconvenient, but they had to be asked questions. We're talking about people who want to destroy our very way of life. That isn't demonising Muslims. At no point do I ever say all Muslims. I constantly state the fact that the majority of Muslims in this country are peace-loving and they want to work it. Sid, the guy from St Albans, you know, it's a silly game to play this, but here we go. Sid from St Albans, who phoned just before the news. I don't know whether you know, he's a Muslim geezer. He hasn't got any problem with it. What's your problem?
I just feel that, I mean, look at the dialogue that it creates, John, the amount of there's an aggressive underlying tone there.
Well, no wonder, there's people trying to blow us up.
Yeah, but I mean, you're propelling a backlash.
What backlash? There's been no rising tide of Islamophobia. All that's happened. No, there was not. No, there was not. No, there was not. After 9/11. After 9/11. Yeah, let's go and see the Jewish graveyards. Let's go and see the Jewish graveyards. See, he won't listen. He won't listen. The Jewish graveyards that have been desecrated. What about the synagogues that have been attacked? No, what I'm saying is there has not been a massive rise in Islamophobia. In fact, this country has been extraordinarily tolerant. Extraordinarily tolerant. It is not a fact, my friend. Sean, get me the details. There was an
things that we should be proud of. But at the end of the day,
there was an independent report.
At the end of the day,
there was an you don't want to hear the facts. You don't want to hear the facts. There was an independent report that said there has not been a massive rise in Islamophobia since 7/7. That's a fact of life.
When
there has not. I'll get it for you. I'll find you the exact details and I'll say it to you.
It wasn't immediately after the 7/7 attacks because there was a 300% rise.
Well, go on then. What are you basing that on? What statistic are you basing that on, Jay? Give me your source.
I read that in various different newspapers.
Is that right? Various different newspapers. I'll tell you the facts. We'll find out. Anyway, carry on. Just carry on. So what else is wrong? How are we spreading hate?
What I'm going to say, John, is that if there is any rise, and even if there is one murder, you're definitely one of the main preachers of hate that has led to that.
What, me?
That whole sentiment.
Me?
Yeah, you yourself. You're one of the leading Islamophobes in the country, John.
Oh, I'm an Islamophobe.
It's a known fact.
Hang on. How's it a known fact? Where's it a known fact?
John, all you've got to do is just maybe Google your name and you'll see the amount of different people all over the internet talking about.
Yeah, I've seen it. I've seen it, and you should be careful now because you're getting into grounds of defaming me. I'll be very careful. But you carry on if you wish. However, there are plenty of examples. No, and there's loads of people who might want to call me an Islamophobe, who may want to say that I'm spreading hatred. I'm not doing any of those things. I could point you to many, many people, including all the people who come in to see me live and the increasing audience here who say that I'm actually speaking for the decent silent majority. I haven't finished. The decent silent majority of people who just want to live together, rub up against each other, but who want this cancer that is in the Muslim community at the moment, and you can't deny it, who want this cancer eradicated. I have got nothing against Muslims. I haven't got a problem. I'll be straight with you. I don't believe in the veil. I don't believe in the burqa in this country. I don't believe in female circumcision. I do not believe in the idea that bigamist Muslims should get benefits. I don't agree with those things. If that makes me an Islamophobe, well, I'm proud to be one. Because I want to... You called me one, my friend. I want to live in 21st century liberal, tolerant Britain. That's where I'm coming from. And I call a spade a spade. I don't care whether you think I'm an Islamophobe. I don't care whether there's internet sites all over the country slagging me off. I don't care, because I'm no racist, I'm no Islamophobe. I just want to live with my fellow man. What I don't want to do is tread on eggshells, and I don't want Brits, British-born Brits, going out to kill people. And if that makes me a racist, I'm afraid I'll have to be a racist. 48 complaints, not one single complaint upheld. If you think I'm Islamophobe, I tell you what you do. You complain to the relevant authorities, because I'm no racist, big boy. Back to you.
Yeah, I may do that, yeah.
Go on then, do it.
I may do that.
Do it. I'm so frightened. I'm so frightened because people like you, Jay.
I'll leave you to have your fun, John.
No, Jay. People like you.
I'll leave you to have your fun until somebody gets hurt.
People like you will never shut me up.
Everybody's held by the same kind of moral standpoint that maybe you take yourself. Yeah, you think that everybody else is just going to contain their anger that you're creating.
What anger?
Look at the calls that you're taking, John. Look at the different people that... You know the calls and the
So you would like us to censor the calls? Hold on. You'd like...
I'll leave you to your fun, until
you'd like us...
hurt.
Jay, shall we censor the calls then? Shall we not have you on when you want to criticise? You've been on for 8-9 minutes, my friend. Do you want me to start censoring the calls? Is that what you want? He's hung up.
You didn't frankly have the balls to put country before party.